Good morning. Hello. Happy New Year, beautiful soul. I hope you're all good. Today, we are going to talk about a phase of life, which is that phase when you feel lost, when you feel like you don't have a path anymore, you've lost your way, you don't have, anything to believe in or anything that brings you up and that makes you feel alive and that motivates you, that you feel you are in the wrong way, in the wrong position in life. Maybe you have a job you don't resonate with anymore. Maybe you are in a relationship that you don't feel is for you anymore, or anything. Could be really anything. And I'm talking about this because this was a great part of my life when I was a teenager. um, I felt so lost for so much time, for so long, and that's why I think that it's very important to talk about this, and to say, first of all, that you're never lost. You're simply finding yourself. You're simply finding your way. That doesn't mean that you are a lost case, that you are simply, trash, that you are useless if you don't have your place in this world, that you are useless if you don't have a perfect job, a perfect relationship, a perfect family, anything. Okay, so first of all, we are humans. We are not perfect. We are a work in progress. We are a work of art, as I already said in a video. And that's why we don't need to judge ourselves for those phases, for feeling down, for feeling we are not in the right place at the right time. Okay. mm, I think we all go through that phase in life, and it's completely normal to feel like that sometimes. So don't feel like you are the wrong one, like you are the black sheep only because you are in that phase. Because if people don't show that, doesn't mean that they don't live that, and they don't go through bad times or times where when they feel like they are not in the wrong space, in the wrong spot. And yeah, so what do we have to do when we feel like we are lost? Well, probably when we are in that lost phase, we feel like we don't want to do anything. We just want to stay stuck on the sofa, crying ourselves to sleep, watching other people achieving things and feeling even worse and feeling even less, productive, less useful, less, that we haven't achieved anything. But what we need to do in this time that is also so chaotic and maybe so confusing, we just need to stop. It may sound so silly, so easy, so, trivial, but it's simply what we need to do. We need to stop. And maybe you'll think that it's so superficial, but I think that it's so important. It's so key to our, evolution, and simply for changing. Because usually when we feel in a rut, we are um, trying to distract ourselves. Maybe we scroll for an entire day, an entire afternoon. Maybe we look for everything that can distract us from our situation, from our feelings. And yeah, so we start watching TV series, we start watching videos, we start watching TikToks and whatever, but we are not getting in touch with ourselves and with everything that we need to actually change something in that situation. And for us, sometimes that hurts. Okay, that hurts, but sometimes it's better to stay stuck and to stay in that desperation and in that situation than actually doing something and bringing yourself up and going through that emotions, going through that feeling, going through that thing that you feel inside. Okay. And if you go through that, then you simply go out of the tunnel, you escape the tunnel, and you can come out new and come out as a new person, as a new individual, and as a new soul. But when you stay stuck there, and I know it's more comfortable, I know that sometimes that is our comfort zone, and you can believe it or not, but I'm so convinced about that. Psychology also says that we want to stay stuck in some situations because we know them, and it's more comfortable that leaving that and leaving our comfort zone and doing something unexpected, doing something that we are not usually doing and that people don't expect from us, and instead we stay stuck in that. And yeah, it's so predictable, okay, but we love predictable. Our brain loves predictable, and even misery, okay, even misery is better than changing and making a revolution inside of you, making a revolution in your life and creating something different, and yeah, creating so much space that you can actually put everything new and create something new in that space. But instead we prefer that, you know, that space filled with old things, filled with things that don't resonate with us. And that's obvious that we feel stuck, that we feel lost, because everything around us is not is not connecting to us anymore, is not resonating with us anymore. And that's why we feel stuck, because you'd like to do something in your mind, but in your actions, you're not doing anything. And that's why you just need to stop, to pause a little bit, to think, to reflect, to meditate. And when you meditate, when you stop, something will come up. It probably won't be beautiful. It probably won't be positive. But at the end of that, at the end of this period of meditation, of reflection, of pause, of stop, you will realize that you need a change in your life, that you need something to shift. You need to, grow your plant so much that then it doesn't matter if you're here, if you're there, if you move, if you change. Because as long as you cultivate your own garden, it doesn't matter. What matters is that that garden is resonating with yourself, that everything that you plant inside of that garden, you feel resonating with you. You feel is connecting to you. You don't want to plant something that you hate in your garden. You don't want to plant a seed that you will never like in your garden. You only need to plant something that is resonating with you. And then everything outside that garden can be whatever it wants, The external can be something, can be different, can be difficult. And you have no control over that. The only thing you can control is your garden, okay? So, yeah, you can plant your seeds, you can feed your animals, you can decide what to put in your garden, but then if there will be some unexpected, plants growing there, you simply take them off, you simply cut them, okay? What I want to say is that you need to control what you can control and let go of what you can't control, because so much, like, we spend so much time focusing on something that we can't control, that we can't change, and then lose over those things that we can actually control. And if we miss them, then we can't change our life because we are so focused on the other things that don't matter to us, don't matter to our life. So yeah, in this video, like, the key concept of this video is focus on your own garden, water your own plants. If you feel lost, stop and see what's in your garden. What plants are there? Do you like it? Do you like how it appears, how you are, what's grown there? Or you simply hate everything that there is in that garden? That's so important. Do that. If you stop, if you see that, if you see yourself and watch yourself in the mirror as you are the garden, and reflect on what you want to keep there and what you want to cut out, cut off, to simply clean from your life, from yourself, from your current situation, you will understand a lot of things. Take some time to reflect on that, to think, to stop. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here as always. And yeah, reflect. Bye.